And here we go. It's the age old, everybody picks on James Forrest, this and that. It's not all that. I think Hayes can start to shine, man. I really think he's got all kinds of potential. Talking about one of the best players in Scottish football last year in the SPFL. And I think he needs to get a chance. I really do. And I know what James Forrest is. I don't know what Johnny Hayes can become, but I know what James Forrest is. And I think Johnny Hayes has just more upside there than James Forrest does. So that's that for me. Yeah. Who's your starting 11 tomorrow?
I'd go for, I want to, we're going to see the same left back and right back. It's KT on the left, it's Lustig on the right, Simonovic and Bitton, as much as I don't want to say that name. Actually, it's hard for me to get the words out of my mouth, but I'm saying Bitton and Simonovic. I'd be equally as happy if Ayer came on next to Simonovic. Actually, maybe I should choose Ayer.
It's tough, man.
It's fucking hard. That one's tough. I'm going to change it. I'm going to say Ayer and Simonovic.
Wow. All right.
Yes, I'm going to go Ayer and Simonovic and give the young man a chance. He's at home.
Griffiths is healthy, so that's going to be a definite.
Yeah, so if I want McGregor in alongside Brown and I put in Cham, and then obviously Sinclair's got to go on the left because he's going to find form. Hopefully he finds it soon, because he's not on it at the moment. And then Griffiths and Hayes. Yep.
I'm a little nervous because my side looks a little different, just a little bit. I'd like to see Cham start.
Yep.
I think that would be really nice, but I don't know that that's going to happen. You just get the feeling that Brendan doesn't want to give up goals at home.
So who's he? So you think who's he going to put on instead of Cham then?
Maybe Bitton. Hey, you're looking at here's how I'm looking at it. It's probably going to be Lustig, Simonovic, Ajer and Tierney, Brown, Bitton. Oh, man.
I don't think you'll see Bitton in midfield.
Johnny Hayes. I can't say Forrest, dude. I can't say Forrest. Johnny Hayes, McGregor, Sinclair, and Griffiths. That's who I got.
Right, so you've got in your midfield, you get Brown. So your midfield is Brown, Bitton, and McGregor.
Yeah.
I can't see that. I know that away goals are crucial. I always say that. When I used to manage Celtic and Football Manager and Championship Manager, I always used to tell my players in my head.
And nothing says experience like Football Manager.
Of course not, mate. In my head, I would have a team talk in my imaginary world to my boys, and I'd say no away goals, no matter what, no away goals. But
this is why
you're not going to see Bitton in midfield, mate. No way, man. I can't see it. No way. I'd be really surprised. I think he's.
Are you going to be mad tomorrow when you see him?
No way. McGregor has got way more about him. He moves the ball quickly. He's got quick feet. He can score. He's got goals in him. He's in form. Cham's in form. Brown is our captain. There's our midfield, man. Done. I mean, Rogic, he takes, Rogic is like, it takes him nearly half the season to fucking come, and then second half of the season, Rogic just destroys everybody. So
you just want Rogic in there because he's from your part of the world, man.
He's warming up, mate. He's getting ready to unleash his magical powers. He's warming up those legs. He's just getting ready for the second half of the season, man. Tam comes in. So when he
comes in at 75 minutes into the match tomorrow for Bitton, and it's like 0-0, and you're going to be cursing under your breath saying, this motherfucker should have been on there 75 minutes ago.
Yeah.
What's he going to do in 15 minutes?
Listen, Rogic can perform wizardry in 5 seconds, never mind 5 minutes, mate. Man's a wizard. He's a wizard.
He better be a fucking wizard.
He's a fucking
because
warlock.
If he's not, we need goals tomorrow. Goals, goals, goals.
Goals, 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 baby.
It's like girls, 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 but goals, goals, goals. Maybe that should be the intro song. I was singing The Sound of Madness, but we should fucking do girls, girls, girls. Maybe that just works better.
You've been hanging out with Johnny Clifford, mate.
And if I did, I'd need a fucking shot of penicillin. I know that.
And his fucking sex football cruises, whatever it is he was trying to set up, his failed sex football cruises.
He's got the girls out there. Welcome to Edinburgh. Welcome to... Where are you from? In Eastern Europe. I'm working for Johnny.
Shout out to Johnny Clifford if he's there.
Here, raise one up to our homie, Johnny. There you go.
Mate.
We're doing it for Johnny. We're doing the pod for Johnny.
Don't fucking do it for him. If you do it for him, you nearly got it.
What movie was that from, bro?
You fucking nearly got
What movie was that from? Let's see if you're dating yourself here, Mr. 40-something. What movie was that from? We do it for Johnny.
Fuck knows.
Seriously?
Do it for Johnny.
I'll give you a hint. Ralph Macchio, Matt Dillon, Patrick Swayze.
The Outsiders.
Yes! Remember, he was all fucking laid up from the fire and resting the kids.
That's right. I remember now, man. It's when you said Ralph Macchio, he was a Karate Kid.
I'm going to carry you along today, man.
You do, mate. You got a big back. That's fine, mate. You can take it.
What else do we have going on? Talk to me. What's
so
on your mind?
That team selection, man. Like, I'm just looking at it and saying, like, it's just as well Griffiths is fucking fit and ready, because if not, we'd be fucked, right? We don't... All this chat about, do we need a third striker? We don't really need a third... That's just basic stuff, right? One guy picks up a suspension, the other guy gets injured. You've got no recognised striker, and you've got no one who can really play that false nine, right? Forrest can't do it. I don't think Hayes can do it. I mean, Chifchi's a wardrobe. And Aitchison's too young. I mean, how old is Aitchison? He's like 17 or something like that.
Right.
Maybe in League Cup games or games against Kilmarnock, who are total pish, then fine. But we need a third striker. We need to go and sign someone. We got Kolo Toure in last season, right? Why did we get Kolo Toure in? To cover the back line, to bring a bit of maturity, and to get him into that whole coaching. And he's played in Europe, he's played at the highest level, and he brought a lot of he brought a good atmosphere to the club, and he probably brought a lot of good positive kind of atmosphere to the dressing room as well. So why can't we bring in a striker and a similar? I'm not saying we need to bring in an ancient fucking striker, but there must be somebody out there who's happy to come and do a year at Celtic, who can chip in with goals, who doesn't have to play every game, but he's got an eye for goal. I don't see the big problem. I don't even know why people are debating it. It's just like, it's not as if we don't have the money. It's not as if we don't have the fucking the scouting network. And here we are with 2 weeks to go, and it's like, Griffiths better not get injured, because if Griffiths gets injured, Dembele's like, the way I'm looking at it is Griffiths and Dembele are slightly injury prone, both of them. Griffiths does spend a bit of time on the injury table, and Dembele, since he signed him, has been injured. This is his third time he's been injured.
Second or fifth time. But I had talked about that before when I said everybody was
people like, oh, should we do it? Should we not do it?
40 million pounds. We're going to get 40 million pounds from. I'm like, 40 million pounds unless he gets fucking hurt, then that's a whole different story. And strikers tend to be fast and have hamstring issues and calf issues, and lo and fucking behold, there you go. Yeah. The man got hurt. And
I'm grateful that Griffiths, as I said originally, I'm grateful that Griffiths is injury free and he's going to be playing. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he better make
Thank
a
God
difference
for
tomorrow,
Griffiths.
because we're going to go. Celtic will go as Lee Griffiths goes. If he can't find the net tomorrow, we're going to have a real fucking grinder when we go to play Astana on their turf. If he finds the goal, obviously, just like he did against Beersheba when we played them before, and he fucking lit them up like a Christmas tree, we'll be fine. And we need a couple goal buffer when we go there. You don't want to go there having to fucking win the tie there, because it's going to be a problem. They're going to be tough at home, and it's not the kind of. It's a long trip. It's not. You get that knot in your feeling like we did when we played Beersheba. Even though we knew that we had them up a couple goals, you knew we were probably going to concede there, and we did, and we were lucky to come away with the tie, because they really stuck it to us on their turf. Yeah. So tomorrow is a really big fucking deal.
Yeah, it is, absolutely, and this is why it's been key all season. I said it in January, please get another central defender, and it was the same when Virgil van Dijk left. I mean, Jason Denial was going to the end of the season, and the club did nothing. And it's like, why do you do this? Why do you wait until the last minute to get guys in when you know you've got European qualifiers coming up? So again, here we go. The experts are telling the club how to do their business. I get that. I get it, right? But at the end of the day, if you've got a good scouting network and you've got the money and you can identify players, then we need them in early. We need them in on time. Injuries you can't foresee. That's fair enough. You can't foresee if you get you've got an injury to Sviatchenko, you get an injury to Boyata. I'm not going to blame the club for that. It's like you can't contend for that. If you get injured, you make do, and that's what we'll do. And I'm sure Brendan will get us through because I do trust him. I just would like to see a little more activity in the transfer window, and I'm not talking about Paddy. Paddy's a completely separate thing for me. I want to see us just cover a couple of areas. Great that we've got Ralston, and great to see Miller performing well on the left. Ralston really fantastic on the right. It's great to see those positions because as we've seen, Kieran Tierney can move into centre back. So as much as I'm saying sign a centre back, that game, and we played a very poor Kilmarnock side, but we did play it with a lot of second string or young players. It is good to see that we've got options in the mids, and Ayer and Tierney in the middle were really good. So we just need to see what happens. The sooner we get Boyata back, and I heard that Boyata's getting the nod to come back into training and stuff. That's fantastic. So
yeah, but he's still at least a month away. So what the fuck is that though? I mean, that's like
where's Colo Toure? Colo, bring back Colo, man.
Jesus Christ. Hey man, good luck to him. Where's he going? The Ivory Coast. He's going to do managing. Best of luck to him. He's like an assistant manager there, and that's fine. But we're moved on from them. That's worse than the fucking Huns clinging on to Clint Hill and shit. It's just like, the page has been turned, baby. Let's just keep moving down that road.
Yeah.
So you get to see any of Astana's matches and stuff because you said you were kind of like checking that out a little bit, like with their qualifiers.
To talk about Astana, I have been looking at a little bit of what they've done in the last few years. 2014, they did play in the Europa League qualifying stages, and they beat a couple of them. They beat Hapoel Tel Aviv.
Yeah,
but they've also recently played. I mean, they went into the. In 2015, they were the first team from Kazakhstan to actually reach the group stage of the Champions League, and because they beat Apoel, the Greek side Apoel 2-1.
Right.
They were in alongside Benfica, Atletico Madrid, and Galatasaray, and they got 4 points in 6 games after 4 draws and 2 losses. So they have been there before, and then they played us in 2016. After the first 2 stages, they get, we dumped them out in the third qualifying round 3-2. So, they've got a bit of European experience, but they come from the local kind of funded by the local industry, which is pretty much just like oil money coming out of Kazakhstan. They've got a 30,000 stadium. We've been there before. This is not an unknown quantity for us, and that's the main thing to talk about than to just bring up stats from Wikipedia and whatever. The main thing is we've played them before. And we know what we're getting into. That's the biggest thing for me. Is like it's not an unknown quantity. It's not as if and it's funny because you look at the pool of teams that we're playing to qualify, and it's kind of like every year we're looking at almost the same opponents. It's like the Israeli sides or Kazakhstani sides or one of the Scandinavian sides or whatever. So it's not like a huge pool. So we're getting quite familiar now with what we have to do, where we have to go. The disappointing thing for me is as you say, it's a long journey. So that's not ideal.
That they have 2 players. There's another one. Cabananga was the leading scorer at African nations. I mean, they got guys who can score. The other boy was he's the one who wanted away to Turkey, and he wasn't going. So again, he's probably going to have a little point to prove too. So they're not perfect, but they have an unbeaten run in their league. They're doing all right. But this is definitely a tie that we should be able to score goals. And if we don't, that's going to be a big concern, man.
Yeah. No, I think we'll score goals. We'll do a score prediction before we go. I think they are going to score a goal against us, mainly because our back line isn't completely settled yet. But I don't think I think at most they'll get 1 away goal. If they get if they get a couple of away goals, it's going to be really difficult. But I think we play well away. In days gone by, Celtic playing away in Europe, it was nearly a foregone conclusion. We were just so bad away from home, but now we've sorted it out. We've managed to get under Lennon, even Strachan, and now